Islam began in Indonesia through tradesmen. The honesty of these tradesmen in their business dealings and their manners sort of made them stand out in that society. And so when the message of Islam came, it was easy for them to accept. Previously, Indonesians worshipped idols, which meant when Islam came to them, it made sense to them. And that they realized that gods cannot just be carved out of stone or wood, and that God is much greater than that.
Islam is one, and that's what I really love about Islam. It doesn't matter what colour you are, doesn't matter what religion you come from. It invites everybody in, and it's very different to what the Jewish people teach you as well. So that was another reason why I actually came here, because in like a sense, it sort of makes sense because it starts from Adam and it goes all the way to the last prophet, and that involves everyone. It involves all religions that believe in God. One thing that really stood out was when they got somebody in, and it was like a young boy, and he was actually reading the Quran in Arabic, and I started to feel it in my heart when he was reading it in Arabic, and to me, like, I don't even understand it. I was actually like wanting to cry. I was actually thinking, stop it, because I'm going to cry in a second. So like that's when I knew, well, definitely I feel it in my heart if I can feel this, yeah.
A lot of people don't like change, but if Muslims live the way the Prophet ﷺ lived, how could anyone not accept Islam? And this is the most important thing, that Muslims hold the torch, and they must, show the rest of the world that, this is how Muslims are, this is how Muslims should be. One of those things where I'd left home early and had a good upbringing, and I knew right from wrong, but I wanted to get a taste of life, and alhamdulillah, Allah saved me, at a young age, rather than going into the bad things in life.
If I wouldn't have found Islam, I know that I would have had a very hard life. I was going in the wrong direction, so Islam sort of it gives me a peace. That's what I know. It gives me peace. I know where I'm going. I know what the future is. Like, where you're going to go, heaven or hell. And so I know it's been a stable part of my life. And I now treat my parents well, alhamdulillah, I treat my parents well. And I know that if I hadn't found Islam, it wouldn't be like that. Islam and Christianity, there's not much difference. Like Christians have a strong feeling of doing things right for God. Like they're really religious. Like, I believed in God before I was Muslim. And I, of course, still believe in God, and so do my family. They believe in God, and so just the thing about Jesus being part of God. That's the only thing about it. Otherwise, Islam and Christianity, they're very, very, very similar. Islam, you're not allowed to have alcohol, so of course that big problem in my country will be solved, and a lot of men will dedicate more time to their families. And there's problems with stealing as well. Stealing is not allowed in Islam. And I think that would solve all the problems all around the world, the major problems. And people will start concentrating on themselves and their families that have more time to think. Because when they have a problem, they just start, they drink alcohol, they do drugs, they go out and try and forget about their problems. But if you've always got God, like, you have time to think about your problems, yourself, and the meaning of life more.